Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. How is everyone doing? Super busy day you see here behind me. We got a couple bill auctions. Not much going on in terms of releases. Again, it's CPI on Friday. It's a quiet week going up until then. So we will see. We got the slight overnight rally. We'll look at the charts in a second. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing? Hey, hey, Waka Waka. Yeah, Amazon stock split this morning. We can peek at that. Oh, Wavy, good morning. Michael G. Arnold, you're going full with the middle initial? If you only knew what the G stood for. Ah, and it's not great. Because I know that's the first word that popped in your head. Expect a lot more option plays now to slow. There'll be again, it'll change the trading slightly because it'll have a lot more people who will trade instead of trying to trade fractional shares. We'll be able to trade full shares on it. Good morning, Patrick. How are you doing? Good morning, Josh. Yep, reminding everyone about CPI. Perma bulls don't know what inflation means. And we can still rally even though they perma bulls don't. Good morning, Mike and PTP traders. Well, good morning, Davey. Uh, Tesla, Elon, the Fudster. Well, he's tweeting about Twitter. Isn't that ironic? He's good morning, Jacob. Trying to squirm out of the Twitter deal. That thing's gonna go to court. That's gonna go to court. No gap above and gap below. One is getting filled today. Oh, NQ. I couldn't read that. NQ gap above and gap below. Yep, one maybe. We will see. Expect a big rally in Tesla today. I expect the people pouring a Tesla with Twitter being down, and they think, oh, he's gonna wiggle out of this, and they're just gonna walk away. Doubt they're gonna do that. Hi everyone. He should have done that. By the way, he should have put that in his the agreement. He waived a lot of this stuff, and now he's going after it. So it's going to get real interesting. Uh, Thank you, Christoph. Well, welcome for being here. Public holiday in most of the European countries. Thank you, Christoph. With the latest take from Europe with the holidays, and I did forget to mention that. So thank you, Christoph, for being here. Good morning, Sterling. End phase up. Yeah, solar tariffs removed. There's a bunch of stuff with the Biden administration and solar. So I mean, there's gonna solve our energy problems. Pay no attention to my see-through or the green screen with my tie-dye long sleeve shirt. This is a long sleeve shirt, see, but it's got some green on it. It's the only long sleeve tie-dye I had. Yep, we love having Christoph here. So let's get through the information. And before we do, real quick, if you are new here, please do consider subscribing, ringing that bell, and hitting the like button. Longer term subscribers, leave some comments and like the videos. All right, now we got that out of the way. Again, not much going on, so it's all going to be if news comes out intraday. Anything else was interesting? FOMC dropped a bit to 95%. But they're not going to change that. We got that 50 basis point hike. Remember, it's also Fed quiet period. So for the next week and a half, you're not going to hear any Fed speak. And the interest rate is on June 15th. So in 9 calendar days. And we are still in negative gamma. By the way, I didn't put up yesterday in my Sunday overview. Sorry about that. I forgot to put up the earnings coming out. There's SAIC was the only thing I was glancing at this morning. There's just not a lot of market moving stuff. If you see, I mean, I know some people follow NIO, but there's just not a lot of market moving earnings coming out this week. Unless you think Dave and Buster's tomorrow after the close is going to move it big time. And when you see Friday, there is nothing, and it leaves it all open for CPI Friday. Just wanted to touch base on there. Okay, S&P up from Friday's low. We had this little double trigger. It was a little sloppy, but trigger up for a second. It gives me, though, a third target on the, or second and third target on the open, 41.63, 41.72. Then really I'm going back to the first target on the bigger double. This bigger double that was, we hit the first target on May 30th, retested again on June 2nd. So that will be my return to target and back through there and continued rally this week. Then the next major target is the second one up here, 42.37. 4-hour cycles turning up still. Remember, daily cycles trying to turn up, but they can get pinned at the top for a while. Weekly, we still have weekly turning up and not near rolling over yet. So we could see easily a rally this week. What's going to get interesting, still sideways consolidation. So before it can really get the rally on, remember the 50 EMA has stalled out once, twice. But generally, if you're going to take it out, third time's the charm. We're not there yet, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Again, we still have this double potentially in play unless we push up and turn it into a triple. If we turn this into a triple, then that is off. And remember, triples slightly favor the continuation pattern. So, who bought the market overnight? Aliens. Why are you guys so bearish? Why are you guys so bearish? Good morning. Woke up to everything being wonderful again. What? Because the Qs are up. Is that why options 22? Christoph, a big thumbs up for wishing him a happy holiday again. I hope everyone over in Europe, because I know we have people tuning in from all over, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day if you're taking it off over there. What would change this to bearish on the, or a slight pullback on the open? Below 41.47, you have this little clear path, and we could then come back down and retest this breakout zone from this little sloppy double. The breakout zone that I'd watch is about 41.30 to about 41.34. If we start trading below there, then it's going to be from the June 5th overnight lows and the lows from Friday afternoon. And then below that, we all know the major area right before the potential trigger of that double. So that's everything to the up and down side. Qs are pretty much in the same boat. I mean, sorry, the NASDAQ. Why did I say the Qs? I mean, the Qs are the NASDAQ from the ETF perspective. But my mouth getting ahead. Oh, boy. My mouth getting ahead of my brain. NASDAQ triggering this little double. First, second targets hit. So the third target I'm using is 12,781. Then you have an advanced clear path move up here. So how do I play this into this? What I would do is, well, this is what I'm going to do, showing you exactly what I'm going to do. And look at that third target with the 62.5. So we start getting at least a 15-minute close above there. And you have this little pausing area right by the 75, but you get the close above there. Then look at the breakdown zone is the 87.5 harmonic, 12,889. That would be my next major target. Then return to the highs. The breakdown, if we start breaking down below the first target reached, you see how that became support. So about 12,712. Then I will watch for a return. You see a little pause right before triggering the double to about 12,646. And then about 12,612. We break below that, then I'll watch for Friday's lows and the overnight lows being put in. So that's the bullish and bearish again on the longer term. The cycles on the daily are trying to turn down, but the weekly still has room to run. And we got that first reaction, like I said yesterday, against the, why isn't that updating? There we go. Against the weekly rotation zone, and now we're pushing in again against it. And just overhead at the first target, so this hasn't hit its 50 yet, but the first target is the 50, and that's going to be significant if we do get the rally on throughout this week, about 13,050. Good morning, Lauren. Glad you are here. Even I'm bearish long term, but no, now's the time to look for shorter term short plays. The only thing that's going to trigger me into the shorts more aggressively is if we trigger some of these potential double tops, or which could get wiped out on a rally today even. Yes, ride the waves. Long term, everybody knows we still have major sell signals, but we can easily continue higher. You got to trade the price action, not what you think. What's going on? Crazy pre-market is crazy. They're just up a bit. I mean, they're not crazy. They might get a little more active with what's going on with Tesla and Twitter. Dow, we still are making this other push up. Little move higher, though, and the Dow is going to invalidate the potential double, turn it into a triple. What am I keying off of with the Dow? We did not. This was just too ill-formed. I mean, you can see here, if you just wanted to put it on for targets, you see even the second target is beyond there, so that's why I'm not using it. but we're against a significant level. On a break higher, I'm just going 33, about 33 275, and then above there we'll watch for the retest of 33 4. On the downside, key level I'm watching is about 3380, and then if we go back below there, 33,000, and then I'd return to the lows. The lows from Friday afternoon, 32.9 roughly. Not any great patterns in the Dow. Russell's trying to push higher. I think if we get the rally, it's going to hit this first target, 1913.30 today. And then my next major target, not necessarily for today, but on a continued rally, is about 1948. So that's where we sit there. If we pull back, I'd really need a break below about 1876, and then I just watch for the lows back from June 1st. But Russell holding up pretty well. This is getting into triple topish territory, though. This is still one side technically, but we will assess that. DAX moving around. We got the close above the 62.5. This is slightly keeping in this potential double, but really I'm watching for the return to 14,735 over the next day or so, because statistically we closed above the 62.5, and on much more of a rally when it's going to take out that potential double. Crude getting that nice little reversal play back down to test that harmonic, coming up just shy of our next harmonic, 121.25. But remember, when you get when you have a round number right in front of it, I generally just lower it slightly. And we have that cluster with the 75% retracement harmonic. Yes, the double still is potentially in play, but I'm going to watch to see if we pause. Even if we pull back, my next support is about 116.50. Then I will reassess there. So going to watch shorter term for any. We got this very sloppy little pattern here, so I'm going to be watching to see if we get the breakout play essentially above about 1975. Let's jump ahead. Gold not doing much, trying to hold here, so need some more price action, come back to test support. What would just get me short-term hands off, very short-term hands off, would be start getting a move below 1867. Notes, remember we closed 2 times now before that 62.5. So my next targets are 1806 and watching for the return to 117.23, making a potential bigger double bottom pattern, but this still favors some lower price action for the next couple days. Dollar index, we still do have this double, so it's either a breakdown play below 101.26, or if we confirm the double, then it's the breakout play. Nothing else going on there. Remember, I'm keeping an eye on the VIX, slightly back below 25. This is delayed data on this platform. They won't let me put real time up. They don't even have the option for real time VIX unless they just released it. But I'm watching if it rolls over to get back below 25, and then I'll target 23.48. But that would lead to the more sustainable rally. Right now is in consolidation, so I'm really going to be paying attention to that off the open. Tesla, not surprised to see a pre-market gap up. Remember, we still have this big gap from Friday, so you can do your gap harmonics still from that level. So you really start getting the move above 746.70, you target the gap fill. Between 737 to 746 could be a short-term rollover play. So that's how I'm assessing. This is going to be a little moment to moment. And with this gap up, I'd still watch for that gap harmonics. And even if it is not going to fill that gap harmonics coming down, watch if it does pull back especially to that 50%, which is about, I'm roughly guesstimating around 716. So this is going to be a sort of a news-driven day with Tesla because of the little stuff going on with Twitter. Oops, what did I put? TWTY. Can't even type this morning. So you see that with the gap down. Going to be watching for that potential gap fill play in Twitter this morning. And it would be interesting to watch for this double to play out over the next few wet days. By the way, checking in on Amazon, they don't have the, we have to go to the pre-market. See, that's where we're trading 125. So you're going to see everything readjust, and later after the open, all the charts will be readjusted. So keep that in mind. But we still have this double that's hit the first and second targets. So we're going to be watching for that still to complete, even if we trade a little lower. Where else do we sit? If this double doesn't play out, SPX will continue to 4,300, Nasdaq to 13.5, Amazon down 94 pre-market. It's not really down 94%. It's just on these major split. Major split. What was it, like 20 for 1? So that's where we sit. Remember, there's not a lot, even if we look ahead, just a reminder, if we look at the economic calendar, in case people missed it yesterday. I don't know why you would miss a single video I do, but there's not a lot of stuff. Yeah, balance of trade tomorrow morning, mortgage stuff, but that's pretty much baked in. Wholesale inventories, minor. Jobless claims, unless there's a major miss on Thursday, that's so you don't have much going on until Friday. So remember that it could be then a specific news-driven cycle with anything that comes out, but you won't have Fed speak come out. Oh yeah, let me get to the Qs. CPI is huge. That's what everybody's going to be keying off of. Your Qs, it's up again. We're still watch for this gap fill on the open this morning with the Qs. And remember, the full gap fill's not to the open here. It's to the close, the daily close of 314.38, and then your major first area is about this 317.50 with the declining 50. If Nasdaq continues to rally, since we're still in the upper 70% correlations, yes, we could easily break to the upside. What would be the major target area? Again, we even up to 30. This could theoretically get up to this breakdown zone and the major 50% harmonic at 36.5. So we continue with the rally. It's just trading as a risk asset. You know, in risk on mode, things get piled in with the crap in the NASDAQ, and I'd lump Bitcoin in with that right now. So yeah. So there's room to run then for the long. Then it's another longer term rollover play. All right. Thank you for being here, everyone. Again, if you don't have anything strong or any good setups, then we take it, very patiently. Will NASDAQ break through 13,000 today? You would need an absolute monster rally. That would be major rally. So I don't necessarily see that today. I mean, unless we get major momentum off the open, I don't see it breaking through that today. Okay? I mean, that takes it all the way. I mean, we could easily rally up still. But again, my next significant target today would be about 12,836, which would set it up for a continued bigger rally. And yes, 13K is very strong resistance, but look where you're trading. I mean, this is up about 1.45% since Friday's close, and that's 183 points. Even if you went to 3%, that's adding on another 183 points. That doesn't even take it to 13K yet. So it'd have to be a really strong rally. So not necessary. Would not bet on that today, Cool Masters, and thank you for being here. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. If something major happens, not expecting it. If we have a major rally, though, I'm not going to do a update for lunch because rallies are easy to deal with. I'll just be here in the afternoon to do a recap and help us plan out for tomorrow and the rest of the trading week. Again, Trade well if you don't have anything to do. Sit on your hands. If you do, take advantage of your setups. Until then, talk to everyone later. Bye.